Yeah, because that's the camera fed through our broadcast software, and
Oh, okay.
for some reason it doesn't like that. Let me see about potentially getting rid of that. Maybe I'll add it back in. Hmm. No, it doesn't like.
I'm trying to start my camera, and it's just just getting the circling drain. Look,
the, the circling drain. That's never good.
I'm just getting a circling drain.
Brian's circling the drain this afternoon.
I think well, from what I understand, the reason we're dropping today is because of the reported significant increase in infections in Florida.
One
That
second, let
was
me see
what
if I
I
can
understood.
replug my camera.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna have to. There, I tried refreshing. I got to get rid of the circling drain thing. Um, bonds are going up a lot today. Let's take a bow here. I just want to see. Let's see what the see what the 10 years doing here. Maybe that isn't up to date. Let's see. Didn't read any concern about the bonds, but that could be a concern. But there isn't really. Let's just see here. Well, according to CNBC, it's because of primarily because of the increased cases in Florida, and then New York's move to shut down, or at least start to try to put restrictions on interstate travel. So when I look at the bonds, the 10-year, the 30-year, they're all down a little bit, 0.025, 0.043 on the 30. That would be the yield. So when yields go down, bond prices go up.
Hans, I heard them announce that the IMF announced that the world economy will retract, but
Yeah,
I don't like that. Doesn't feel like news. I mean, don't we know that? I mean,
yeah.
we've been in a period of low economic activity for 4 months now. It seems to me that's a foregone conclusion. But I guess sometimes people only react when they get, whoops, confirmation. What is going on
When you
today? What the?
when you get that news,
Daz just crashed
what
on me.
happened? Oh,
This has not happened in, I don't know the last time Daz crashed on me, like a year ago.
shall I share my scanners, or are you going to put something up?
Well, I'm just trying to send them an error report here. 1 second. And we'll fire it back up again and see what happens. As soon as you're back. That is so weird. That has not happened in a really long time.
Yield goes, but you can't explain that. I didn't know what that meant. Some guy with the tides. No, when the bonds and the bond value is and yields are tied together. So when you have a face value of a bond, like let's just say it's $100, and the interest rate on the bond is 5%. So someone's expecting to get 5% back when they bond on the bond payments. But if prices go up, you'd like to say, for example, if it goes to 6%, then the bond price drops to compensate for the increase in yield that you're getting. Clear as mud.
Clear as mud. Good viscous mud. All right. Hopefully my technology remains stable now.
We got the $24.99 on INO.
Andy, I think you posted that the other day. I still love that. I still love that image just because it's the guy. I'm not saying it was the aliens, but it was the aliens.
History Channel.
What did you guys say that show was called? It was called. Yeah, I can't remember. Something you said I need to watch. It wasn't Drunk History. It was something Ancient Aliens. There you go. Ancient Aliens.
Ancient Aliens.
That sounds like a good historic content, right? Like
It's people that think aliens have been visiting us for centuries.
What? Hey, wait. What do you mean think, Brian? Maybe they have. What do we know? I've got to believe.
Oh, what do we know?
I got to believe one of two things. If we ever do run into an alien ace, they will either be aggressive and we'll never even know they were here. They'll just annihilate us, and we'll have had no option, no clue, or they don't want to be known because why would they want to associate with apes like us? And we'll just again never know that they were here, really. So maybe they were. I don't know. Maybe they weren't.
I find it hard to believe that someone would visit us. Who'd want to visit us?
It's a big, bold universe out there.
Yeah, that's true. Lots still unexplained. There's no question about that.
Yeah, we don't have as firm grasp on things as we like to pretend that we do, right? Like, we have a lot of stuff we do that makes us think that we understand how things work when really we're just guessing. Go in for some serious medical procedures to convince yourself of that. Like, you'd like to think medicine is a science. It's as much art as it is science. I've been in enough situations now with older relatives, with my wife, with just people whom I'm very close to, and you really want to understand. And generally, the doctor's like, I don't know. Let's try this medication. Maybe it'll go away. I'm like, what do you mean try this? Like, we're just throwing darts now? They're like, well, sometimes it's the way, it's a little hit or miss. And they make it sound good, but bottom line, they're guessing. It's an educated guess. That's what they get paid for. Educated guessing. But if you want to, sort of think about it, is that any different than what we do as traders? All right. Train yourself all you want. You're still making an educated guess as to what the stock's going to do next. We like to kid ourselves that, sometimes professionals in a field are doing slightly better than that. Often that's not the case.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we've got Square kind of putting on the Ritz here.
Putting on the Ritz. You're full of awesome terms today, Brian. I love it.
And Facebook is finding some interest, and Peloton breaking looks like to a new high here.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, look at Square go.
Flipping through the charts here.
SPY isn't really leading the charge. It's more Some more of the reverse. I've got you. I've
Putting on the
got you in
Ritz.
that.
I don't even know who sings that song, but I know it.
I don't know.
I haven't heard that in years. There you go, Hans. Isn't it funny how the narrator refers to the supposed experts in the Ancient Alien show as ancient alien theorists? Isn't it funny how in trading we refer to the experts as traders?
As experts.
Hmm.
Look at that.
Taco? Apes like we? Anyways. Jennifer, it's a trap!
It's a trap.
Exactly. We've been there. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Here, where's our... I gotta find it. Here he is. There he is. It's a
What's his
trap!
name? General.
We keep them all around because we have often traps that come up.
Yes.
Hey, George. All right. What do we got? 16 minutes. Enough playing around. You guys, I think after the day today, and I know my current state is not the best for trading, I probably have missed a bunch of opportunities. Where's Thor?
Well,
Thor's probably trading up a storm here.
Peloton is still pushing higher here.
CCL looks like it wants to break down, but I'm concerned there's not enough time in the day. We get into the time where the patterns don't often work. Things just, do weird things.
Do things. Just do things.
They just do things. Yeah.
So we had yesterday, I think what was a couple days ago, we had Peloton kind of top out around 57, so we're only a buck away from that.
That being said, I speak and then I go and hit some buttons. Next thing I know, I'm in a trade.
Wow, look at that, eh? Look at Square breakout, Facebook. SPY just popped its head above the VWAP again.
Hey, Brian,
The
guess what I'm
buying
trading?
brigade. Microsoft, yes.
That's amazing! How did you know that?
Borky.
I'm trying to make back some of my money, maybe, that I gave to Microsoft earlier. I got in at, I saw it just moving up here. I said maybe I wasn't going to trade, but then I saw it moving, so I thought I'll try a momentum trade. I got in at 198.27. Took a quick partial, 20 cents up. I was trying to get 198.50, but I didn't quite get 198.50. And now we'll see. Can I get more? Your Peloton is called a jog. Yeah. I've got actual bicycles. Ugh, come on.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's pennies away from stopping me out of Microsoft. Whew, that was close. Let's go back up. Look at this. If the ask hits 198.27, I'll exit. The bid has been there. The ask hasn't hit it yet. Keeps bouncing like 10 cents right off of it. I'm worried that it's going to bounce 10 cents the other way, and then this is not. This is just this is a pure momentum close trade. I'm just hoping the momentum continues. I'm long, Master Chief. So I'm in a green position now. Said I've taken a partial. I got 20 cents, 21 cents on my partial. Now I'm just hoping that I can get more on the rest. Overall, as long as I don't start revenge trading Microsoft, these momentum trades into the close have generally been good for me. I got a little caught up in the trying to trade it short into the close every day after I had that good run, but Microsoft does like to move, it seems, into the close. But of course now I say that it's not doing anything. What do I got? Oh, I still have 12 minutes.
JD is gone green and is pushing higher.
JD. You know, JD makes up. Oh, JD, no, that's something different. I was looking at the banks in the SPY. The banks make up less of a percentage, like than Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway has more clout on the S&P 500 than do the banks. And Berkshire Hathaway, in turn, is really only. I guess it's a company, but it's a company that trades other companies. That's all. It's the only product.
Yeah. So here we go. SPY does look like it's going to move higher, square.
Come on, Microsoft. I want to see a break over 198.70. That's what I'm looking for. That's the high that it made at 320. 198.68 to be exact. I want to see it over that. I'm surprised that Warren Buffett didn't lobby not to have Berkshire Hathaway's. Okay, I'm out. Darn it. I'm out of Microsoft.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Facebook, Square. They all just took a bit of a dive there, eh? And again, not really related. SPY has dropped a little bit, but
yeah, it's.
I wouldn't say that was. Yeah.
Today I found that Microsoft, it felt like Microsoft was leading the SPY a little bit. Like it was following it. Like it looked very similar, but it felt to me like Microsoft's moves were happening a section faster, which I suppose in theory is what should happen, right? But yeah, look at that. All right, well, that wasn't that exciting, but I should have taken it short. That would have been more exciting. Look at this.
Would have been. SPY is now selling off, eh?
Wow. Do I chase it? Do I chase it? I feel like chasing it here is a way to get myself stuck in a big whip back.
Yeah, what have we got? 10 minutes left. Question is, what are we going to wake up to? What are we going to wake up to tomorrow? That's what I'd like to know.
Wouldn't we all? that would make tomorrow a lot easier, wouldn't it?
It sure would. Come on, just tell me what it's going to be due tomorrow.
Yeah. You need a DeLorean.
Exactly. But I'm just thinking, what are the headlines going to be tomorrow morning? There's probably going to be more increasing again in the coronavirus cases. Is that going to make a difference? I don't know.
The magic 8 ball, Andrew. Yes, that's true. It's tough asking the question specific enough, though, for the magic 8 ball to help me out. I guess I could start peppering it with questions. I find I have to be judicious. You ask too many questions, the magic 8 ball, goes into retreat.
It starts telling you it's the future is uncertain.
Yeah, exactly. Or ask again later, or things like that. So.
Yeah. Ask again later. What do you think? We're going to get a snapback here.
I think the shorter the time frame, the more effective we've seen the magic 8 ball be. A cure, Alistair? You're thinking a cure will be found by tomorrow? That would be surprising. It looks
Yeah.
like I should have taken it short. I guess. Oh well. Look at that.
Here we go.
Still moving down. AMD is. What is AMD doing? AMD is sort of moving up though. Right now. Yeah, I guess I'm done for today. Jared, you've been waiting for this move down? Well, you had to go through a bunch of moves up to get this.
Thank you, Bears.
Duh, Bears.
Look at that. I don't think we allow that kind of language in the chat room, do we?
Frickin' frackin'?
Frickin' frackin'.
Oh my goodness. We're perpetuating it. That's the word I'm looking for there, Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to wash our mouths out, our own mouths out with soap.
Yeah.
Frickin' frackin' Grammel Grommet. Oh,
Frackin'. Oh, Peloton really sold off after that bit of a run. Well, I guess not that much. Come to think of it.
CCL is really stuck here, right at 16.
It's just, I'm going to take a look at that. I just want to take a look at some charts here. See what
You wanna pop up
daily
and share
charts?
those charts that you're looking at, or you'll just
No,
talk
I
them through?
could. I could.
It's up to you.
Could. Let me just, yeah. See if I can get them up in time here.
Again, could make some bad
comments about that.
We get the chat room to infinity. See if Brian can share his screen. There you go. There you go. That was the scene. Duh, Bears. Canon remembers to have these at the ready. Thanks, UVA. All right. We're getting the usual chop towards the close.
I can share. You're currently recording. Would you like to record your session instead?
Just, it doesn't matter what you say. I'm not
cancel.
really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just cancel that. So it's not. So I am sharing my screen. You don't have to necessarily look at my screen there.
There you go. We got it up on the screen.
So we're just looking at some of the indexes today. Here's the transports, obviously sold off today. RSI is coming down. These stochastics going down. I don't know. It looks like we're could be headed lower. This was the yields that we're talking about. 10-year yield up a bit today. I don't know if that's updated or not. Sometimes the yields don't get updated on the stock charts right away. Again, looks like we rejected the 50 on the Dow. It's really hard to say. I mean, we're kind of, I can draw a bit of a pennant there and just, it almost looks like we're going to break this pennant. We are off the low of the day, but not by much. Volume's been a little bit more lighter. IWM's probably all the same story. Volume's picked up a little bit today on the selling side. Oh, this is unusual. The Qs are just, they're kind of losing momentum. You can see the stochastics rolling over here. RSI rejected at the overbought line here, 70. And it looks like we're heading lower. Volume's building a bit here, which is, if you want confirmation on a move, you'd like to see that as well. Again, SPX. Kind of bounced off the 200-day here on the daily. And you can see maybe stochastics heading lower, RSI kind of put in a double top here. The dollar stronger on the day. You can see here really had a sell-off back in the early June, late July, and we've just been chopping here. I saw Canadian debt got downgraded today. Did you see that, Peter?
No, I didn't notice that. Okay, partial.
By Finch, I believe.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Did it again.
So we're just getting a lot of chop here into the close.
I did get a short on Microsoft. Looked like it was struggling right there, and I thought with I actually only took it like a minute ago, so with a minute and a half left, I took a short at 197.90. I just got a partial at 197.65. Oh, look at this. All right, taking another partial here. 197.35. And I'm just watching the clock here. I'm going to take it all off here. There we go. There's the closing bell. Ooh, look at it spike back up at the close. All right, good. Hey, that was fun. Let's see.
It was.
Now I can look. Oh my goodness. Huh. Wow. All right. I don't usually look, like I said, I don't usually look, guys, at my P&L till the end of the day, so I just looked at my P&L. Probably a good thing I hadn't earlier. I hulked more than I thought on those trades. It looks like if it wasn't for these last couple of trades on Microsoft, which I'm guessing how much I made on them, I'll see when I actually do my journaling. I would have been red on the day. These just brought me back. These brought me back to green.
You pulled yourself out of a deficit.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was in an I thought I was still a little green. I had a bunch of really good trades, but I really did have that Hulk couple of minutes on Microsoft, which I told everybody about in the room, and it was just stupid. Obviously, it was even more stupid than I knew, but I said, this is why I don't check my P&L, because that would have affected my trading for the rest of the day. I thought I was trading sort of a little bit from the green. If I knew I was coming from behind, I might have forced things and just made it worse. So anyways, all right, well,
Well, there you go. So out the day, everything. The only thing that stayed green was Luckin Coffee and Zoom on my big list of things.
Let me see.
And UUP, which is the dollar.
Yeah, I got a couple of things that were green at the close. PDD, Pinduoduo, barely by 1%.
Oh, okay.
Zoom, Spotify by 0.5%. Dell.
Spot has just been crazy.
Spot, I know.
It's amazing.
I know. Look at it. It's up at 250. Well, not today, but where it was yesterday. Dell and VMware on the news of Dell spinning off VMware, so that was slightly green. TMUS, and that's about it. A couple of the COVID plays, mRNA, Novavax, NVAX, they were also green today. Weirdly, Kroger was
Peloton.
green.
And Peloton, of course. Isn't Kroger? Yes. They were reporting or did report.
Oh, did they today? I think they reported the other day, like 2 days ago, on Monday.
Okay.
I seem to remember. Let's see, were they on my list on Monday? No. When did they report?
Maybe not. Okay, well, let's see. AAL sold off and is continuing to sell off.
So let me answer your question, Hans. Happy to answer. I don't use hard stops. Well, I don't during the initial trade. I only put in a hard stop at break even once I've taken a partial. But until that point, I manually manage my trades. So you're asking, how do I know to stop out correctly? Well, because my entire trade is based on my risk to reward. So before I enter a trade, I know what risk I'm taking. And the risk is, let's say let's just say I'm taking I'll keep the math easy. Let's say I'm taking a $1 risk on a trade. I'm taking shares on Tesla, right? And I've got a $1 risk. If my risk is $100, then I know I can take 100 shares, right? So the math works out. I take 100 shares, enter the trade. It's now very easy for me to manually manage that trade because I know from the point of entry, I subtract $1 for whatever my entry price is. That's my stop. That should match up with the technical level on the chart because that's how I picked it in the first place. So I don't need to ever see my P&L to stop out at my risk level because I've done all the math up front. The same way where you're taking partials, I should know where my partial levels are because I've also looked at it and said, well, if I'm taking $1 risk, I want to try and hit $2 as a profit level. There should be no significant resistance between me and that $2 level. So all of that work, mental work, if you will, has to go on before I enter the trade. And then I never need to look at a P&L to know what I'm doing. Now, it takes a little getting used to. When you start taking partials, you really don't know how much you've made. So I get that all the time where like I took a partial, I take it on a level or at a sign of resistance, but I don't really know how much I made off that partial. But I've gotten used to not knowing that exactly. And I find overall it helps me in my trading. So that's why I do it that way. But hopefully that makes sense.
All right, guys, we're going to have to drop off here. We've got a meeting, so
all right.
Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever that looks like. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Indeed. Thank you.
Safe.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep. Okay.
Thanks for sharing your screen as well. Appreciate that. And guys in the room, don't forget, journal your trades. I know on a day like today, I'm tired. I got lots of stuff, as I mentioned, going on tonight. I will still make sure to find time to journal because it's the most important part of my trading day. So I will be doing that over the next couple hours in between different activities. So trade, journal, learn. And tonight is the learning opportunity. Thor is going to be giving his deluxe class that we've been waiting for a long time. Part 2 of his how to trade using volume price analysis. So that should be awesome. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. So I hope that my meetings are all done in time, but they should be. Here's the details on that. 8 o'clock tonight in the Success webinar room. So you should be able to see that there. Next week, Eamon will be giving his session on how to catch a falling knife. He's gotten excellent at those extreme reversals, and that's what this is about, trading those extreme reversals. So join as a lifetime member if you want to catch that valuable material in those trading sessions. That'll be tonight and then a week from tonight in our Success webinar room. So with that, guys, have a great evening. Oh, if you wanted to join, by the way, so how do you join? Well, let me tell you. I'm glad you asked. Nobody asked, but I'm telling you anyways. You can use our 40% off code to join as a lifetime member, and you have to be a lifetime member to get access to the webinars. So the code is Independence 40 for the one-time membership option. If you want to join, you can do it right away. You'll get access to the class tonight. I know a couple people said they were doing that. That's great. We welcome them as part of the group. You also get full access, of course, to the trading room all day, our live trades, our commentary, and all of the trading material that we've got. So it's well worth it. Hopefully you will join. 8 p.m. Steve Mack is the presentation tonight. And Rick G, you should find part 1 in our Success Webinars page. So you have to be a lifetime member, but if you are, then go into the Success Webinars page in our Education Center, and you will find his last presentation where he goes over some of the material. But if you just wanted to try us out, you can join using the code CLOSINGBELL24 for a $24 1-week trial. You can do that anytime, and you get 1 week from the time you join. So hopefully you will join us one way or the other. We'll see you in the room. If you can't make the seminar tonight at 8 p.m., again in the webinar room, then we'll see you tomorrow morning. If you're a member in the room when I open it up around 7:30, if you're just on YouTube, it will be with Carlos and Norm at 8:30 when we go live. Take care, everybody. And for all my YouTube friends, have a good evening. We will shut down the feed now. Take care, guys. Don't forget to give us a like.